got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul.
Well, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to pass first play is Prescott. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think, but to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial, but I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Prescott off play action. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
To the air again, Prescott. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Scotty Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Second down, here's Willis. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Willis now off of play action. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and 3rd and 8 now. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard.
And it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Prescott. Dancing to his left. This is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hold it ready.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 3, check 3. Check 13. Check.
Crack all 80. Ready.
Here we go on 4th down. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On 1st down, Mooney has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run on 1st down. Mooney. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to...
Touchdown, Texans! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now the try here for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been...
There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On first down, Mooney.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 16 more on that one and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run on first down. Mooney.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Mooney, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Khalil Mack, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half.
18 Cardinal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Steelers send out their punter now. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Oh, he dropped it, and that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Willis. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Gonzalez's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Willis now off play action. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Willis, third and long. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They run the option on second down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Willis looking to throw it. He'll buy some time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Let's go, D. Hey. We got three. Three down.
They run the counter. Mooney, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. They'll keep it on the ground. Mooney. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Texans are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. 3rd down, it's Willis. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Algier will try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier.
And he is swallowed up right.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, Mooney. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Room here to run. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Algier going straight ahead. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz is trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Option play, Willis looking to run.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Flag, 70 Timberwolf, 19 Lions.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Willis got to have this one.
That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
Willis will look to throw on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to get this down near to 25. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
19 Tiger.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Willis to throw once more.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
1st down, and they'll start with Algier.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Up the middle they go. Mooney. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front, and can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.